SpartanNerd here. About to come a big thunderstorm. It's been 97 degrees. Dog's about having a heat stroke. Got all my Mythic Legions skeletons assembled on the Dimebag Daryl Signature Series guitar case. And I have more skeletons. I got lots of Skeletors. Also Marvel Legends, a Lady Death. Yeah, I got skeletons. And I said sometime back I wouldn't get more, and then wouldn't you know, I did. So actually I ordered this 2 years ago. Last month it was 2 years. June 2024. Which is my problem with ordering stuff from the Four Horsemen or from Super 7 or whoever. 2 years ago, I made a decision to buy this. Did I think it would be 2 years before I'd get it? No. I did not order the Dragon, which costs a ton of money and it's humongous anyway. They were saying it's going to come out in early 2027. I don't think so. And right now they have a big, so this came in this that I'm reviewing, the Gold Skeleton. Gold Skeleton 2, actually. It came in the set called the Ashes of Agbendor. They were saying pre-order. It'll come in, you know, a year and a half, whatever. 2 years, guys. Right now they have a big Cosmic Legions sale that is similar. Pre-order. You pre-order that. Go ahead. It'll be 2 years before you see it. So anyway, when I ordered this Gold Skeleton, I can already tell you. Can you see the problem that is here? Just in the box. Yeah, them are green wings, not gold wings, right? So just right away, I just noticed he's cool. That green gold, that looks very Tombstone-ish. But I was just surprised, that's all. And I'm counting him as a bad guy. You heard the music at the beginning. But if you read this bio, he's a good guy. Oh. It just goes to prove my point that minor key, dark sounding music does not have to be evil. Just like those purple and red blast effects don't have to be evil, right? So let's get this guy open, see what he's actually all about. And if you don't mind, I'm keeping these skeletons around as a diorama. Wouldn't you know, I would get all this set up and my platform would not rotate. So, sorry, Hub City Geeks, but with that first situation, hot day like today, time to crack open something else with a skeleton on it. Mag or loco. I'm going to pour it over ice. Man. So if you're burning it like me at home and you're watching this, maybe you can get some of these cool Monster Energy vibes. Sending them your way. So about the Gold Knight. Okay, so he is mostly a reprint of, that's what I talk like a comics guy, right? A reprint of this guy, which was Skeleton Legion Builder 2, right? This is Gold Knight Skeleton 2. So that tracks, right? And almost all of this is reused parts with new colors. This helmet, this was with the, we got this with another Legion Builder skeleton. Also, this faceplate came with Elf Salernian Guard. That's right, Salernian Guard. And when you have this whole thing, it's like a big head. So even his chin, so he has an open, you can open his mandible. If you have that down, then his butt chin hangs out the bottom, right? Haha, I said butt chin. Now I wanted to show him off in this version first, and then we'll switch to the second version, which is full on angel mode. But here we go with our Knight build. Make sure it can stand up. Me moving it. It's really just not the same without spinning around platform, is it? Let's take his spear, which we've had before a couple different times in different colors. This is all gold. You got this like I guess bronze paint on the boots, copper paint. Then the bone is sprayed over with this gold. Better go let Gwen out. So you can see he has like a copper colored greaves and boots. And then the bone is oversprayed with this gold color. There is also the bracers are that same copper color. As he is in the box, you have bone colored hands, but you also have alternate hands that you could put. So basically you have copper and gold all over him. The shield has purple details around it, and this is the kind of connector that clips on like a Master Universe shield, the kind that you like, instead of the kind like this. But they did give you the option to do this if you wanted to. I don't know why you would. I guess if you had a smaller figure that can fit on their arm. This, though, tends to just let go. You got some rubber pieces here with some paint for the chainmail that's coming down, and a black rubber belt. And there's soft goods. That's what this is, soft goods. And that's all the paint on here. Now the skull face, it looks just like the other Skeleton Legion builder, the one that had the darker colored bones. It's just gold instead of dark colored bone. Where is that guy? There, see there, I said all my Mythic Legion skeletons were on display, and that guy's MIA somewhere. All right. So, a couple other things to talk about. The sword. So this would be a two-handed sword. Of course, I have him all anime style, holding it with one hand. Notice that it has the double hilt. So that's a cool detail. So as it is, you actually have multiple choice on how you want to display him. Of course, you could swap out for this other gold head, which has a articulated jaw also. You could display with this mask with a cross on it. Gold hands, copper hands, and gold feet. But there's something to talk about with the feet. So, I've already removed the copper feet to try and put these on. This end right here is too small. And I believe that to be a factory defect because they actually included alternate ankle joints that are supposed to fit. When I saw this in there, I was like, what is that? A way to clip the wings on different? No, that's what this is. This is ankle joint, and it's designed. So actually, I'm going to have to get the hair dryer on it and remove the ankle joint and put this one on, which is not easy. So at that, we'll have a little more monster energy, and I'm going to get to the hair dryer. So while I'm getting frustrated about the foot not coming apart, I forgot to mention something like a dummy. We got these shoulder pauldrons. Now this is the kind that goes on the knights. This wedges in a hole in the back. Now this has historically been a problem, but it's not this time because I meant to say this. He appears to be molded in a softer plastic that's more like the Undead Builder Legion Builder set that came with a regular old style plastic, almost like they were proving a point. And then the translucent parts had a softer plastic, and you could just pop those parts on real easy. And that seems to be what's going on with these. There's no problem. Slightly gummier plastic. If only the foot ankle joint would separate. Just for the record, it's way too hard to separate those ankle joints from those feet. This is an adult collector's line for a reason. So here he is with the skeleton feet on before I switch him to an angel. And He also has the alternate faceplate on also. All right, I feel like the main event of this figure is actually the angel version of the character. It's practically a different character, really. Or he could be the soldier and then angel up, level up, you know. So it's like, let's go down a different rundown. First of all, this is a bald headed skull head, which I prefer because guess what? Do I even have to say it? SpartanNerd. Anyway, all the bone that you can see is once again oversprayed in gold. And, but the wings are the main event. Now, you can't have, okay, technically, you probably could use the adapter and have the wings on there. That adapter is dumb. Don't do it. All right. But you're going to remove those shoulder pauldrons and then those wings just pegging on the back in the little holes on the back of practically all Mythic Legions. Also, there's another soft good piece that you put. This I think of as the ribbon that Angela has on Spawn. And it's just got a little wire in it and is easily posed. If I take it off, you can see the peg. So it just pegs directly in his back. But there is an adapter if you want to try it a different way. Like I said, I do not recommend. Do not recommend it. Now, these wings are way greener than I expected. I've seen these wings before. On the like Stratos knockoff Mythic Legions. Xenophon or something like that's his name. I've decided not to get that because they don't look enough like Stratos to me. But I thought these were going to be a lot more gold than they are. Part of my idea was to put them on the Gold Knight Legions builder that I have and make that guy actually good. It might still work. I'll try it, but and you people can see it for the first time. Thank you, Hub City Geeks, for watching, subscribing, and all that you do to support my channel. But yeah, these wings, they're pretty big. I mean, look at this wingspan. He keeps wanting to drop the spear, so I'm going to take it out. Let's go ahead and take this ribbon off. Check this out. Humongous wingspan, really. I mean, it covers. I would say that was more than a foot. Probably better than a foot. I do have a ruler that's a foot long somewhere around here. I don't know where it is, but yeah. Looks very impressive upright. He probably would not stand easily this way. They're pretty heavy, but they're kind of rubbery. He's like a pretty good attack mode. But you can see that that is the force that you have to contend with to balance him. Or maybe her. Here I have him two-handing that sword. This sword would be a Zvihanda, right? Zwihander, so we say in South Kakalaki, Spartanberg. Those wings help prop him up pretty good for poses like this. This is the best you can do with two-handing that sword. Similar issue. I went back while my iPad was charging and looked at the old review of Skeleton Legion Builder that I had. There's an archer that has that the same similar head, and he couldn't do proper archer poses either. This is the bone wings on the Torpiculi. These wings are bigger and more impressive. I think there's a gold version. I should try and get those, but also maybe I have enough wings. They take up a lot of room. Here's a comparison from my comics I don't quite know how to put on a display list. Shelf. Yeah, You can see Hawkman. Hawkman has similar wings, but made of stiffer plastic and a lot less paint. That flat gray wings. He's also less beefy. And there is Stratos, who doesn't have wings on his back, but wings on his arms. Also flatly colored. This is Master Universe Classic Stratos, and that is King Conan's throne. I still can't get over Stratos' fingernails. And then we have Anthophiles, another mythic, actually Cosmic Legions. This one has the B wings, which has the back adapter. And I wouldn't be surprised if while I'm talking that right side wing would just flop on it down because it doesn't work well. But no issues like that really with Gold Knight Skeleton 2. Here he is back in night mode and fighting Black Falcon. Yes, I know Black Falcon has a shield, but I broke it a little whiles back. Anybody know what this background is? Let me know in the comments, huh? Anyways, you can see a comparison of the Gold Knight Legion Builder and the Gold Skeleton number 2. Basically, the bone on the Gold Skeleton number 2 is the same color as the Gold Knight totally is. The question is about popping and swapping parts here. So let's do some of that right now. Okay, so here it is, the swap. That skull looks really good on the Knight's body. And the wings don't look bad either. Even if they're not gold like I thought, that it just works. It's a good color scheme. I mean, it's similar to like oxidized, something that's oxidized metal. And now everyone will be afraid to steal the change. Hey, just in case I didn't mention it before, I don't think it's fair to compare the Torpiculi to Gold Skeleton 2. I mean, they both have wings, but this is fundamentally a different product. I mean, more of a modulock. This guy is just more of a generic skeleton. So what is the SpartanNerd rating of the Gold Skeleton 2? Well, is he the master of puppets, skeletons? And I say that meaning this. Metalheads are typically in agreement that Master of Puppets is the greatest heavy metal album ever. Well, let's just compare a couple things. First of all, my rating system. Let's go there. We have to go there first. The sculpt is very good, but it's really just exactly the same as another Legion Builder skeleton that came out. But this one came with a bald head, unhelmeted head, more accessories, so that's good. And then, of course, the wings makes a difference. And those wings are very well sculpted. They look great, very grandiose wings, very angelic. If angels had green wings, okay. So the sculpt is great. The paint, I mean, it's a gold skeleton. It accomplishes that goal. The copper armor pieces, they could stand a little bit more paint attention, but consider all the stuff going on. I mean, with the chainmail, the soft goods, everything. It's not lacking in color at all. And the Zvi Honda is very well painted, so not marking off for paint. Also, I like the more um, looser plastic, I guess the softer plastic that they used, even though it was way too hard to swap out the ankle joints, but that's just the nature of the ankle joints. You don't want them to be so soft that they snap when you're using them, so that's why they're hard, but make an excuse. That what's not excusable, what they did was, no doubt, they used Undead of Vikingfell's feet, and it has that 2.0 thing. So let's talk about, so anyways, Undead of Vikingfell, I've got it right here. Pretty terrible. You know what? It's not the same feet. So the ankle joints problem. No doubt what they did was they took Maxilius's feet, which had the joints already attached, and then oversprayed that gold on there. That's what I believe happened, and that's why we had the wrong ankles. Is it a cost-saving measure, or is it a factory mistake, an error? I don't know. was a problem for me, but I've seen other people on the internet who don't have trouble swapping those ankles off. I used a hair dryer, everything, but I got it off, but my fingers they be hurting. But I'm not marking off because his articulation is pretty great. He doesn't just fall down. I mean that's an issue, but all right. So accessories. I mean, he almost is accessories, counting the wings, two different weapons, and all those hands and feet. Uh, Options for the head. He's got that point. Why did I get him? Because he's well. I wouldn't have got him if he was just the same thing as the um, Skeleton Legion builder that I had with the helmet. I kind of think that's one of the worst ones, even though I went back and looked at my review and I realized that I gave it a 5 of 5, but I just didn't know back then. And then I didn't know. I didn't have many Mythic Legions, and as it goes, that guy's pretty stinky. This guy, not so much because of all the stuff he comes with and the wings and blah, blah, blah. I can go on and on about the wings, but that's the reason why I got it. So I'm giving him a 5 of 5. He stands way taller, better than Undead of Vikenfell. This guy cannot stand up. Um, he falls down constantly. You know, no. Maxilius would have been my ultimate skeleton before, but my beef with him is his neck, which is an anatomically correct neck with all those vertebrae and stuff. It's snapped off, and you can see the Gorilla Glue in there glistening inside of his guts, which makes them look even better. That is an unintentional customization. But now I'm afraid to take his head off. So, you know, so this guy is better than that guy. So, maybe he's the top skeleton nowadays. I don't know. He can't be the skeleton boss, I don't think. But he is cool. I'm awarding him a 5 of 5. Do you agree or disagree, Hub City Geeks? And let me know in the comments.